Hi my little butterflies, welcome back to my channel Butterfly MUA. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercedes, I'm the face behind Butterfly MUA, and if you are new, remember to hit that subscribe button. If you're not, welcome back. So today's video is just some product fails or makeup fails that I have come across recently while testing out some products. So it's not going to be a huge long video. I have them in here and I thought I would just quickly chat about them. So the first one is this. So this is Just Right Beauty and it was some false eyelashes. It came with some glue and it's called Bella Blue. I found this in the pound shop, so I can't really be too upset by the fact that this didn't really work for me. So first up, the lashes did actually look really pretty. But what the fail was for me is the band wasn't flexible enough that it sat nicely. And after a few hours of wearing them, they sort of poked off, and because the band was not soft and flexible, it sort of dug in and poked in places and it wasn't very comfortable. The glue, I ended up using a different glue from W7. So this was the glue I got in here. Now normally like lash glue is very white, looks very creamy. This just looked very old and it didn't like swipe on easy and evenly onto the lashes. It literally just glopped on and I couldn't get like an even like flow on it, or I don't know if that's the right term, but I couldn't get it to sit even. So these for me were a fail. I wouldn't buy them again. I have kind of got into wearing lashes again at the minute. I usually cannot stand false lashes just because I tend to get quite angry when I put them on, because I have quite small eyes. I also have hooded eyes and my eyes are aging. So they're not like young and youthful and supple. So when I put these on, the skin around creases and it takes a bit of work to get them to sit properly. But I've also been getting a bit of eczema on my eyelids lately. I think it's because I'm hormonal, my endo's been playing up. So I've been getting eczema on my eyelids, on my chin and down my neck, which I have done some research, and eczema and hormonal sort of menopause symptoms from endo can cause that. Thank you, lovely body. But because of that, I have been wearing lashes a bit more instead of doing eyeshadow and stuff, just to try to give my skin a bit of a rest. But yeah, this I wouldn't buy it again and I wouldn't recommend it. The next one is a cream from Lumine. As you know, earlier on in the year I had COVID. My skin really took a hit from that, and I bought myself the Lumine Advent Calendar from Feel Unique, which is now going to be Sephora. I bought that as a treat to try and fix my skin. It was in the sale, blah blah blah. This is the Nordic Sea sleeping cream, so it has vitamin C in it. Now I have used quite a lot of it, but I'm not going to finish it off because it has vitamin C. My skin is very sensitive and I just find vitamin C breaks me out, irritates my skin, and because of the eczema and everything I'm going through at the minute, I really don't need any more irritation to my skin. So this one for me is a fail. I do like the brand Lumine. They have some really amazing skincare products, but this one just didn't really work for me. Another one with vitamin C in that I've had to stop using, and it looks really minging. I'm sorry, it's been in my bathroom. And this is the Vitamin C Glow Boosting Cleansing Balm from Skin Saints. Now, when I first got this, I loved this. This was in, I think, one of my favourites videos. Products I've hit pan on. I've used a lot of it. But, oh, and it smells nice too. I have just found that recently, I think it's my hormones and everything, because it's got vitamin C in, it's just really irritating my skin and it's not working the way I want it to. So I've had to stop using it because my skin was just getting so angry. So vitamin C for me is a thing I cannot use, so I've got to stay away. I've got to remember to stay away from vitamin C. So this one is a fail, was a favourite, it's had to swap over, but it did work nicely at the beginning, but it's just my skin hates me. Next up I have these two from Wet n Wild. These are like glitter eyeshadows, although it does say on the back for face and body only, but they're kind of in little eyeshadow palette pans. Make of it what you will. So these are okay if you use them on your body or your face. If you're going to a festival, you could put them here as like a bit of decoration, but they are that Vaseline textured glitter. So you put it on and after a little while it just slippy slides around, it wipes off, it's horrendous. I tried to use it on my eyes as like a glittery eyeshadow. The look looked absolutely amazing when I first applied it, but after a little while, because it was that Vaseline-y texture, it broke down the eyeshadow underneath and just peeled off and looked absolutely awful. So yeah, these I do not like. They were a fail for me. If you like body glitters, you may enjoy them, but again, I still find that they would slippy slide around. Like if you were to go to a festival and put these on and put them there, if you sweat a little bit or, you know, having too much fun and you get rained on or whatever, it's not going to last, it's going to fall straight off. So I didn't really like these. Next up I have a Jeffree Star liquid lip. So I recently did a big declutter of lipsticks I didn't need or want, and I only kept the ones I liked. I forgot I had my Jeffree Star ones. I put them in a different drawer because I don't really use Jeffree Star on my channel anymore. I'd put them in a different drawer and I was like, do you know what, I'll just use them on days I'm not filming, not taking videos, you know, whatever. And I put this one on when I was doing Liptember, and I used to really like the Jeffree Star formula, but I have been using a lot of Revolution and I really prefer their liquid lip formula, and I also really like the Too Faced liquid lip formula. This one for me no longer reaches that high standard. I think those two brands are much better than this one. This one, I also don't know whether it's because it's getting older, maybe the formula's changed, but when I wore this, it just peeled off, it cracked, it flaked in my mouth. It was not a good experience, so this one was a fail for me recently. I am just going to bin it off because it didn't work for me. I do have one more Jeffree Star one left, and that is this shade Mannequin. It's like a very nude liquid lip. That one still works quite well, and I do really enjoy that one, so I'm gonna keep that one for now. But I don't know why I'm bothering, because all I tend to ever grab is my Too Faced ones or my Revolution ones. Yeah, so I mean, kind of says everything, doesn't it? I should just declutter it. But back in the day, I used to wear that one so much. I loved it so much. So it's kind of hard to get rid of. So this one I'm going to say bye-bye to. It was a fail. I didn't like it, but I'll keep the other one for now. Next up, I have a Rimmel London Jelly Highlighter. So I found this in the pound shop, and it probably is quite an old product, but it was all like brand new, sealed, nothing wrong with it. I thought this looked absolutely stunning in the pot. Absolutely beautiful. Like, oh, it just looks so pretty in there. But this is just, it's just glitter. It's just downright glitter. There is nothing else to it. So I tried to wear this as a highlight, and it literally looked like I just shoved a load of glitter on my face. It has that really nice iridescent pinky tone to it when you first apply it, but that vanished, that faded really quickly, and then you were just left with pure glitter on your face. It does say, I think you shouldn't use it on your eyes, but I actually did use this as like a liquid eyeshadow, and I actually really liked that. It looked really, really pretty. So I enjoyed that. So I'm going to still keep this in my collection, but it does say you shouldn't use it on your eyes. and at the moment my eyes have really bad eczema, so I'm probably going to leave it alone. But because it is so beautiful to look at, I am really in two minds about keeping it, getting rid of it. I think for the moment I'm going to keep it, just because it looks pretty. But for the most part it was a fail, and I can't use it as a highlighter. It's just, maybe back in the day when everyone liked that really 2016 in your face fluorescent glow, this could have been really good. But nowadays highlight is more beautiful but subtle. You know, the glow from within. The glow from without is not the in thing, so I'm probably going to keep it just for now. But I'm probably not going to use it, but oh, it's so pretty. The one I have is this one. This is the Dew Gloss from, is it Misguided Beauty? This I won in a competition, and it's meant to be like just a dewy gloss that can sort of give you a glass skin highlight. When I first got this, it was really nice and it worked really well. You're meant to be able to use it as like a dewy glossy lid. You can use it on the lips. But I went to use it the other week and it did absolutely nothing. So I just find it one of those products now that it just sits there. I'm not going to use it because it doesn't really do much. It's kind of very sticky as well. Like if you put it here, like I found my fringe and like my side bits, they just kept getting caught in it as well, and it really did not give me a good makeup day. So this was a fail. Didn't really enjoy using it, but is what it is. Next I have this from No. 7. So this is the Hydra Luminous Day Cream. I normally love No. 7. No. 7 skincare for me is usually something I adore. I go back to time and time again. But this one did nothing. It's meant to be for drier skin. It does have like SPF in it as well. I really wanted it to work. But on my drier skin, it did nothing. It did not hydrate at all. I would put it on and it was like my skin would just absorb it, but then there would be nothing there. And I would put my makeup on top and it would just be like really dry in patches, really cakey looking. So the next day I would try to put on more to see if I just needed to use more. No, it would still have really dry patches, so I've gone back to using a Revolution moisturiser, which doesn't do that. It really evens out my skin. So this one for me is a fail. I am going to keep it, and I will probably use it as a hand cream just so it doesn't go to waste, because I don't like waste. So yeah, I'll probably use it for something else, but it is a fail. It's not made me happy. Next up I have this concealer from Makeup Gallery. It's the Hide and Chic one. So this one's a bit, it's a fail but a fave. I love the formula of this. It's a really nice formula. It works really well on my skin. It's not too heavy coverage and it sort of brightens my skin. The downside is it's not a very big tube. You only get 5 ml of product in there, which is fine because other concealers you don't get that much in. My Maybelline Fit Me concealer, you get 6.8 mils. So you know, you get a whole mil and a bit more than this one. But I can use this in a couple of days and it's gone. Whereas this one I can use for at least a couple of months. So this one is a more runny texture formula. This one is a more creamy formula, so I think it takes longer to use. But what it is a fail for really is because of the design of the packaging. Because it's that squeezy tube and the packaging is actually quite hard. When you squeeze it to get the product out, you end up squeezing out more product than needed because the packaging is so hard, it's not very soft. So it takes a real pressure to get it out. So then you end up using more than you need to, which is not great because the fact that you only get 5 ml in there and then you're squeezing out more than you need to, the packaging is very hard. So that for me has made it a fail, but I do like the formula. If they changed this to a doe foot, I would be over the moon, but I can't grumble because it's only £1 in the pound shop. It's, you know, so mega cheap. The Maybelline one, I think it's like £7–8. I could buy 8 of these for £8 and use one every week. So I guess it would kind of work out the same in terms of price point, because the amount of time it would take me to use up that one for that price point, and I could use one of these a week. But at the same time, that's kind of wasteful because it's excess plastic I'm putting in the bin, and also it's a waste of product because I'm having to squeeze out more. So I like it and I enjoy it, I just don't like the packaging. And my last fail is this one. So I got this in the clearance section in my local Boots. So I only paid £2 for it, and it wasn't broken when I bought it. That's not while it was in the sale. This is the Rimmel London Clear Complexion Clarifying Powder. I really struggle with powders because my skin is very dehydrated and dry. If I put powder on top of foundation, yeah, I look like I have been in the Sahara Desert. That's how dry my skin is. But this one, it's meant to be good for like breakouts and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll give it a go. Maybe I just haven't found the right powder for me. That's why I'm struggling. No. It still looked very cakey on top of my makeup, but I should have known that because I struggle with powders, so I can't really fault it for that. But the actual product itself was so flimsy that I picked it up to use it, and my hands don't always work properly first thing in the morning, so I've picked it up and I've gone, oh, like that. And I've gone to drop it, but I've caught it in my other hand. That slight little fall from like here to here shattered the product inside. Like, I didn't even drop it on the floor, I didn't drop it on the table, I didn't drop it on the chair. I dropped it and caught it in my other hand, and the product shattered. And I was just like, do you know what, that is so flimsy. It wasn't very well pressed in the pan to begin with. I know Rimmel packaging, like I used to have the Stay Matte one. I would have it a couple of months, I would always end up breaking the packaging, so I know it is that type of flimsy packaging anyway, but the fact that it wasn't pressed properly to begin with, and I did kind of notice that because it was kind of like that inside the pan, but I was like, I don't care as long as it works. Doesn't really for my skin. But so yeah, that for me is a fail because it broke so easily. So yeah, that is my product fails for this month. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I really need to do a favourites video soon. I've done quite a few fails videos recently, but I've not done any proper, you know, favourites. And we can't all be negative nowadays. We need a bit of positivity in our life. So yeah, I will leave you with that, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.